I may know, but if you could explain how your legislation you crafted was inspired by some of the actions taken in states like Texas.
I'll be honest with you. I have a lot of different legislative priorities around housing and clean energy and access to food and so on and so forth. I never, in my wildest dreams, thought I would have to introduce this kind of legislation to basically try to shelter and give refuge to trans kids and their families because of persecution in their home states. I just didn't think it would come to this, and it's tragic.
You referenced there that Senate Bill 107 is basically offering a refuge for trans kids and their families. How does this particular bill accomplish that?
Yeah, the goal of the bill is that if you have a family that feels unsafe in its home state because of this kind of law, that they can come to California, and we will do everything in our power to make sure that the other state can't reach into California to grab that family, pull it back, tear the family apart, put the parents in jail, put the kid in foster care. And so we had to be creative, and we consulted with a whole bunch of legal experts and policy experts. And so the bill does a few things. First, it makes clear that these kinds of laws will not be applied in California courts. We simply will not apply those laws in legal proceedings. If there are subpoenas coming from those other states seeking documents, records relating to enforcement of this kind of heinous law, we're not going to recognize those subpoenas. If there are an extradition request coming from one of these states based on one of these horrible laws, we will only comply with that extradition request if the U.S. Constitution requires us to do it. If there's any discretion or gray area, we will not comply with that extradition request. And then we direct law enforcement that this is the lowest law enforcement priority in terms of dealing with this kind of situation. It's not perfect or the perfect airtight bubble, but we're doing what we can to signal to these families that they are full human beings, that their kids are full human beings, and that we love and honor them. And we don't want them to have to leave their home states. Let's be clear. That is incredibly traumatic